So I can't tell if this is a scene from Metamorphosis or Alien. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake. This channel is called Jake of All Trades, and I'm, after about 2 weeks, finally getting around to Jinjer's brand new single, Kafka. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm looking forward to checking this one out. There's not a lot to say other than I see in the description they got a new album coming out on February 7th, so I'm looking forward to checking that out, but obviously gotta wait. But at least we get a couple sneak peeks with some of the singles they've dropped, with the latest one being Kafka, as I already mentioned. I actually didn't really know any of the background to this song. I had to look up what's Kafka. I'm not a very well-read person, so go ahead and mock me for being the illiterate moron that I am. But to see that he's an author, an Austrian Czech novelist from Prague, and I don't know, I haven't read any of his books, but you know, maybe I have to get around to it because if I read those books, I would probably understand this song probably a little bit better. But I guess I'll get a sneak peek with the song. Without any further ado, let's get started. All right, here we go. Kafka, I'm assuming, by Jinjer. Here we go. Book burning. That's a start. Blood from the pen. Ooh, that harmony. I'm frightened of those eyes. Biblically accurate angels. Huh. The lyrics are really unique. That's what an image there. Going back. Manipulating religion. That's quite the line. So much that they had to repeat it. Ooh. Nothing happens for a reason. I'm absurd. What a treason for a blast beats. Whoa. Reverse, all right. Wow. All right, so I'm gonna do my best on this one. So please, I invite all the comments you can to give me context to help me learn a little bit more about this particular song and Kafka and his works, because doing a reaction video, I don't have a lot of time to like try and find the books and then read through them all and like try to do a deep dive on Kafka's life so that I like truly get everything that they packed into the song out of it. So anything that you guys can contribute to help educate me on Kafka would be wonderful. I did a brief skim through on his general life, just some basic highlights and his background, his passing, and some what led to inspiring his work and his general philosophies. In reading that and reviewing the video, I could see some references to that, and I'm not sure if the video and the lyrics are referring more to like his work specifically, like things in his works, or if they're referring to his life, or how his life was affected by his works. I would love to know a little bit more, but there were some things in there that kind of stood out to me based on what I read on him and what was showing in the video. Some things that I saw that I was reading was that he, even though he has a Jewish background, he declared himself an atheist, and he kind of had a little bit of religious imagery in there, like the puppets, the Jesus on the cross image there. I don't know if he kind of viewed religion as being manipulative or something. Maybe that's why he became an atheist. I'm not sure. Again, I am just speculating, having no real background or education on him at all. Throwing up blood, it sounded like he died of like a throat disease that basically made it impossible for him to eat, and he starved to death. There was a reference to coughing up blood, and the song ends very abruptly. So it's like, I saw that as he only lived, 40 years-ish? So I could see like the abrupt ending maybe being a reference to his life being cut short. It seemed like there's a lot of references to him passing, and passing early, and from the disease that he had that ultimately killed him. And for the song itself, it was obviously a very progressive song. It wasn't like your standard structured, like, okay, we got an intro and a verse and a chorus and another verse and another chorus, etc., etc. Again, this is another storytelling song that it seems like, and it starts off not super heavy. It's not super light either. You definitely got the distorted guitar, but very dissonant, arpeggiated, melodic riffs on the guitar. Obviously that starts to form into just heavy, like crunchy, deep tuned goodness on the guitar and bass. I love the tone that Jinjer has. Absolutely love that tone. And then you've got like this complex drumming pattern, and you got blast beats at the end. You got a progression from like a more of a lighter, very nuanced drumming pattern to blast beats and crunchiness and heaviness. And then Tatiana starts off with beautiful singing. She has really, really fascinating harmonies on her vocals. And then at about the midpoint of the song, you hear the transition from like the singing to, you had a layer of the singing and the growling, and then straight up growls like at the end. What a progression. Some of the other things I noticed was, some of the imagery that they used. I made a mention to like the manipulative puppet Christ image and the person jumping off the cliff and then turning into birds and like pulling off mask after mask, the layers of ways that we kind of hide our inner selves. I don't know if that's kind of what I'm pulling from it anyway. And then, the eyes were kind of creepy, like in the different parts of the video. It just kind of reminded me of the whole biblically accurate angel sort of thing. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Anyway, then a couple lyrics that really caught my attention, though, were "the pen slits the heart." Again, not knowing anything about Kafka's works, what that brings to mind is like maybe his works being something that just makes you feel, makes you bleed, just tears your heart out. I did see a reference that whether his works were, considered political literature was like to be debated. So I don't know if that was part of it or if it was mostly just literature and fiction. Not entirely sure. But the other thing too that kind of hit me personally was the line that not everything has purpose and nothing happens for a reason. Growing up as a Christian and being a Christian, like, I go to churches and listen to people try to comfort each other by saying everything happens for a reason, and it's kind of like this canned, I don't really want to work with you and be with you through the pain that you're going through. I just kind of want to put it in a nice little bow. Everything happens for a reason, so go on your way now and be happy, okay? And it's this really empty idea. And I've thought a lot about that particular phrase, and I'm not going to dive deep into it here, but like, if everything does happen for a reason, there are some pretty dark implications of that. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, coming to this where they say not everything happens for a reason, not everything has purpose, almost makes more sense of the world, because if everything does, then again, there's some very dark implications and things that don't make much sense at all. Anyway, those are my particular thoughts on the song. I know it wasn't super in-depth. I am definitely sinking with this analysis, so I am relying on you guys to drop some comments, to give me some context, help me learn. I enjoyed the song, but I am also very overwhelmed by it. So that is what I have for this video. If you haven't already and you feel so inclined to, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications so that you don't miss anything going forward. If you have other Jinjer songs you want me to check out, Pisces is still in the works because I can't seem to get that intro done. But other Jinjer songs, other bands you want me to check out, if you want me to do any guitar covers, vocal covers, shorts, or whatever, drop it in a comment below. I'll give you a shout out when I do any of those videos. And also I want to thank Jonas S for supporting me on Patreon. I really, really appreciate your support over all this time. Thank you. That is it for this video. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you, and rock on.